Hi, welcome to the Shai Show, and my name is Shai. For the next 4 to 5 minutes, I would like to talk to you about 3 important, relevant points that matter to me in this week's Parsha. First, the ordinary isn't so ordinary. Second, that when we do what we're meant to do, it's of great importance. And C, God's favor is around every corner and every action. What's this week's Parsha?
Korach.
It's about a bald person?
Oh, that's Korachat.
It's about ice?
No, that's Korach.
This Parsha?
Korach.
Korach, Parshas Korach. So it's named Parshas Korach, but he was considered a person who was a rebel, not in the good kind of rebel, not the rebel without a cause. This Korach definitely had a cause. Why are we naming a Parsha after him? If we know that we name people after good people because we want the bracha to continue, and we avoid naming people after people that weren't so good, so the klal, some of the punishment and the curses don't continue, why would we name something as holy as a Parsha in the Torah after Korach? It must be that Korach did something worthy. It's brought down that Korach's goal, his ambition, to reach the loftiest of the lofty, to become Kohen Gadol, for that was the decision he was challenging. He was challenging Moshe Rabbeinu's decision, revealed through prophecy, to be, for Aaron, his brother, to be Kohen Gadol, the high priest, that really maybe he should be the high priest. After all, he was one of the 4 people to carry the Holy Ark. One of the 4 people to carry the Holy Ark, he's thinking, I'm pretty important, and he was, and he felt, I want to be even closer. I want to be the high priest. And in fact, this ambition was considered so worthy and so great that he wanted to be so close to Hashem that we name a Parsha after him. Of course, it comes with the lesson that we shouldn't cross over certain bounds, especially when Hashem himself said no. But we see that his ambitions were good. It's very good that he had these lofty ambitions. For us, I think it's very important that in our life that we expect good. When we wake up, we should think that good things are coming to us. That there is so much blessing and so much bracha around every corner, around every action, that it will come to us. For if a person starts off his day and lives that day as though maybe good things are not awaiting him, that if he thinks that maybe he's not going to get that job he wants, then he might just find that that job is not going to come to him. If this person thinks that people are not going to be so friendly to him today, then he might just find that people are not going to be so friendly to him today. But if he comes around and expects good things, and expects people to be friendly, he might find that people seemingly are behaving more friendly. If he starts thinking that good things are awaiting him, not only might good things be more attracted to him, like more good things be attracted to him, but there's very situations that he was facing and he was dealing with where might not have turned out for the greater good, or for the good, or something simply to recognize as good. It might just be that now he's attacking it, or approaching it, or connecting to it from a framework of goodness, that he could easily turn good what might not have other been good, and to understand this is always the way because Hashem wants good for you. Korach wanted this great good. He wanted to be so close to Hashem. What's greater good than being close to God himself? That is a great good. What was the line crossed, and why was this the sort of no? Why was this the sort of no that maybe he should have listened to? When Korach approached Moshe, it's as though he wasn't asking a question. It's almost as though he was being a joker or sarcastic. In Hebrew, there's 2 kinds of jokers. There's a Barchan and there's a Letz. Barchanim, people like me, Barchanim are people who joke, who make you laugh about life and enjoy and are happy and are positive people. And then you have a Letz. A Letz are people who you might are sarcastic, are people who are scorn, are people who make fun. Not of make fun and make light like the Barchan does, about making someone's worries not seem so bad and seeing the brighter side of things. But the Letz is more on the side of making fun of people and purpose and goals and goodness. When Korach approached and he gave the examples how we're all the same and we're all equal, why should we have to give to the Kohen Gadol? Or why should we have to give to the Kohen? Why should we have to give to the priestly class? Yet he was aspiring to be part of the priestly class to be given to. So something wasn't honest there and something wasn't straight. What he was coming to make fun of was the matanas kahuna, the gifts given to the Kohanim. It's brought down that these gifts aren't just any gifts that a person wants to give. They're the choicest of the choice, the best of the best, the highest of the high. And by choosing from the best of our goods, the best of our fields, the best of our produce, the best of our best, that is what Hashem wants. When it comes time to build a Beis Medrash, to build a temple, it's understood that we are actually supposed to give more money than we would to our own home. And we're learning this Parsha on Shabbos, and the night where we make Kiddush on wine. And we notice that when we bring Shabbos in, we light candles. We work all week and we light candles. It's as though it is the fact that Shabbos is meaningful because we labored all week. Because we worked all week, Shabbos has so much more meaning. So when we bring in Shabbos, we light candles to bring in the Shabbos. We're showing that an action of the weekday, the building of fire and light, and this type of activity brings into the Shabbos, because the Shabbos has meaning, the Shabbos has light, because we labored so much in the physical, that we are able to show the spiritual and the spirituality of Shabbos so greatly. And when Shabbos is over, and we make Havdalah, we allow the wine to spill. I'll clean it up. We allow the wine to spill over to show that Shabbos is now coming into the week, because the week has meaning, because we were infused with this higher level of spirituality. So now the week has meaning. And the Shabbos that's coming has such great meaning because we work so hard. There is a separation. And here's Korach. Korach is saying, what separation? It's all equal. Hashem is everywhere. Hashem is in all space. Hashem is in all time. But when we say that God permeates through everything, and in a way that God is immanent, permeates, we are also saying that things have meaning in this level, in this world, this level of revelation, and that we interact with Hashem with physical means. And Hashem asks of us to interact with Him through physical means. And by showing that we use physicality in certain ways and not in others, we're showing that in fact Hashem is here, this is what He wants, and things become holy when the boundaries are respected and honored. And this act, that some things are on a higher level, didn't work for him. The idea that Shabbos only has meaning because the whole week we work, but you can't have the higher meaning unless you went through the week of work. Saying, I don't want to be the worker, I want to be only in existence of the higher meaning. But the whole existence itself could only be of higher meaning if there are those who work. What was he not connecting to? I once heard a quote by a fictional character, real writer, fictional character, by a fictional character who said that he taught himself how to sew, how to cook, how to fix plumbing, because that I never wanted to rely on anyone for anything. That I would be completely self-sufficient. And the only thing that I ever wanted from anyone else is love and respect. And if they can't offer me love and respect, then they have no place in my life. Now I have to say that this person is not an honest person. This fictional character is not an honest fictional character. Because there is no way that we don't receive so much goodness by other people's efforts every day of our life. If you just pick up a pencil,
Or a pen?
if we just pick up a pen, if you were to take a look at a pen, we would see that by looking at this pen, there's so much going on. The formulation of the plastics, of the dye in the plastic, of the rubber, of the texture within the rubber, of the ink, and all the formulations that went into ink, the mold. There's so many details that went into this pen just for me to be able to use a pen, that there's no way that on everyday things that I'm not benefiting. So although this person learned how to sew and fix the sink, there's just no way existing in the modern age that he wasn't constantly benefiting from the goodness and kindness of others. If there wasn't part of being a greater system, that by people doing their role, each other one is able to accomplish so much. Korach was right, that he should want to aspire, and he should be the one in this world to be connected so close to Hashem in so many ways. Yet, he should have also recognized, possibly, you might say, should also recognize that by fulfilling his role and doing what it is he's supposed to be doing, by doing those things is what makes him important. By playing the role and allowing others as well to accomplish what they're meant to accomplish. And how does he do that? By focusing on what he is meant to accomplish. So if we focus on what we are meant to accomplish and do it with joy and goodness and expecting goodness and doing good, with even a smile. And knowing what you're doing is important because you're part of the greater society, provided your actions are towards Hashem, towards the Shabbos, towards connecting and being closer and doing good. Whatever it is that's presented to you in your life to do good will be contributing to that greater good, and it will be this massive amount of goodness that comes down to you and to others and all those around you for Dorei Doros, for generation after generation. So I give everyone a bracha that they should do good, recognize good, and understand that they're not in a bubble. The goodness that they do is part of the greatest goodness about why we're here. Not only the great goodness of listening to this weekly YouTube video. And thank you so much, and I'll see you next week.